Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to sit down and film a makeup transformation, I guess you can say. I just wanted to sit down and play with some makeup. I ordered some stuff from Sephora online, and then I went to Target when we went to go grocery shopping, and I found a few things in the drugstore section that I wanted to try out. So I am trying a few new things in this video as well, but I'm more so going from 0 to this, 0 to 100, I guess you can say. I'm showing you a full face today. I'm actually wearing eyeshadow. We pretty much did full glam, and it probably took me like a good 2 hours to do this makeup look. I was taking my time because I wanted to, just like a little side note, I wanted to sit down and kind of zone out. I know right now there's a lot going on, and I wanted to just kind of sit down and get a little bit lost and get distracted with this makeup look. So I hope this video is exactly that for you guys too. A little bit of a distraction, a little bit fun if you guys want to do your makeup along with me. This is also the makeup look I wore on my Instagram live last week. I went live on there, and I was getting a lot of questions about what's on my eyes, my lips, and my foundation and everything. So I was like, let me just film a tutorial for you guys so you guys have it all in one place in case you want to recreate the look. It's very simple and nude and minimal, but it's a little bit more glam than what I normally do. So I hope you guys are excited for this. All products will be listed down below in the description box, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm literally starting from scratch here. I don't have anything on my skin right now. I literally just got out of the shower not too long ago. So I'm putting some lip balm. This is my Sugar Advanced Therapy lip treatment. This is like probably one of my favorite lip balms. Doesn't have a tint or anything like that, but I do like the way that it moisturizes my lips. Okay, so I do need to moisturize my skin, and I'm gonna go in with my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. This is a really like hydrating, good, simple, everyday kind of moisturizer. So, and I'm already like halfway through it. And I want to say a few days ago, I did go ahead and like shave my face, and then I cleaned up my brows, so I don't really have to touch them up that much. But if you need to, of course, you can always go in with like tweezers. I was telling you guys on Instagram that I got a really strange rash on my neck a few days after my surgery, but it's finally going away. So now I am starting to put moisturizer on my neck too. I don't know what it was from. I really don't. I've been trying to figure it out, and a few people have told me that after surgery they've gotten rashes too. And there's nothing that I'm allergic to that I know of, so I don't know. And to add even more moisture, I know, I'm using my Smashbox Primerizer. This is a primer and a moisturizer in one. My skin hasn't necessarily been super dry. I just prefer more of a hydrating, dewy looking base, at least right now. I'm pretty sure more towards summertime I'll be back on the matte, like all matte everything, but right now I'm really liking like the glow. For my brows, I am going to speed this part up a little bit just because it takes me quite a while, but I'm using this Hourglass Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil in dark brunette. I have really been into this brow pencil as of lately. It's just a little more on the thicker side. It's faster to fill them in. See how they're already nice and full? They look feathery without me even doing a whole lot to them. That's kind of the look that I like. And then once I go in with my concealer, it makes them look like so much more crisp. I'm just going to use a concealer I'm going to use later on, this is the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer in the shade Light Medium Warm Olive. It's definitely on the warm side, but it's fine. I'm gonna make it work. Okay, that's a lot better. It's nice and clean. It's still pretty dark, but once I do the rest of my makeup, it'll come together. And then to set it, I'm using the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. Just kind of brushing my brow hairs upward. And once I get to this part, I just brush outward. Brows are done. Let's move on to foundation. So on that day, I mixed 2 shades. I thought I just used the 465 in this one, but I remember I pumped a few of each. So this is a L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I really like this foundation. The only thing is, oh, the other shade is 495, so I'm just using both of these. I really like the finish of the foundation, and it has pretty good coverage, but it doesn't last on me. It's a little more on the oily side after a few hours. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not using the right products to set it in place, but I do really like the way that this looks when you first put it on your skin. It looks like your skin, a better version of your skin. So I'm here for that, but I'm just trying to see. I just need to try other things to make it last a little longer. See how it looks like my skin? And the colors are really good for my skin tone too. Right now I don't really have a tan, so mixing these two gives me the perfect shade. And I'm using this Equal Tools Complexion Buffer Brush to blend it into my skin. With the concealer, I wasn't able to go in, obviously, to go shade match myself. And when I bought it online, I just took a rough guess. And I do wish I would have gotten it in maybe more of a neutral tone. This one's a little more on the warm olive side. Also with this product too, this is the Huda Beauty Contour and Bronzer Cream in the shade Light. And at first, I thought maybe this was going to be too light for my complexion. I think it works pretty well, but it is a little more on the neutral ash side, which I don't normally do when it comes to contouring or bronzing my face. So I'm still playing with this one and trying to see what's the best way to use it on my skin tone and for me. Because the first time that I put this on this side, it got a little more on the patchy side. So I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work for me, but I'm trying it a little different today. This is the Morphe M492. I just think the color can easily get muddy looking on my skin tone. So I have to be super careful. And I'm also not gonna bring this anywhere near here because I found that last time when I did that, it started to look super muddy. Okay, and then concealer, like I said, the Smashbox one. And I found that with this one, even though it says it's full coverage, I want to say it's more of a medium. So I'm putting quite a bit of this, and then I am going to let it sit on my face before completely blending it. To blend this, I'm not going to use a beauty blender because I want the most coverage I can get. So I think instead I'm going to do, let me see. Yeah, I'll just do this one. This is my M173 from Morphe. It's a little smaller than I would want to use, but it's fine. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. And I'm going to quickly set everything in place. This is my Huda Beauty powder in Pound Cake. I am going to use a sponge for this part just because I feel like you have to use a sponge when you're setting. I mean, you can use one of those little puffs too, but a brush, I don't really like using a brush for setting. And today we are baking. Okay, from here, let's just put a little bit of bronzer. My foundation came out on the darker side compared to my neck, but it happens. What I'm gonna do after I put my bronzer on is put powder right here to try to balance that, and hopefully it doesn't look too bad. My bronzer is done. That kind of added a little bit more warmth to my skin. And then I'm gonna do that powder thing. Hold on, my powder's over here. I'm gonna clean up my, right here, to hopefully brighten it a little bit. This is the most makeup I've wore in a while. I normally don't do like a whole lot of baking and stacking on products, but on the day that I was wearing this, I felt like getting pretty glam, so I did those kind of extra steps. So I'm gonna let this sit while I do my eyes. Now my eyes were pretty simple, but you guys were obsessing over it, which I'm not mad at because I really like the way that it turned out. It looked like a very sheen, like shimmer model like eye, and it was so easy to do. So I busted out my OG Morphe 350 palette and I dipped into this color right here. Of course, these don't have names, but I used this brown color right next to that bright orange. And I'm just using literally any blending brush. My go-to one is the 511. And I'm using that color to, I guess, add a little something to my eyes. To my crease, to my outer corner, and I'm just going to use that color and slowly build it up. You can see that I already added nice warmth. You could add a little bit more of a darker brown if you wanted to be nice and smoky, but for this day I didn't do that, so I'm just going to keep it the same. So the shimmer part, this is the key. This is key. It's the, I don't want to butcher it. It's this brand, the Kaja brand. And this is in the Orange Blossom 02. It has 3 different shimmers. It has like a pinky one, it has this peach one, and then it has the brown. I'm using the brown. And you can take any flat brush. This is my 167. Spraying it with MAC Fix Plus, just so we can get a little more intensity. These are already pretty on their own, but when you add Fix Plus, it just adds more shimmer to it. And all I'm doing is taking that and patting it all over my lid, and then I kind of bring it up to my crease. Not doing it precisely. I want it to look like a wet eyelid look, so I'm literally just putting it kind of everywhere, but I'm not starting up here. I'm putting most of the product on the lid and then blending it upward. You can even do this with your finger too. It's a little easier. See how pretty that is? And it doesn't look like it's too much, but it looks better than just a plain matte eye, at least for this kind of look. So again, for the other eye, taking some more Fix Plus. I think this is really nice, especially for a nighttime look, or if you're gonna be taking flash photos or flash video. And then one more time, I'm gonna take that Morphe palette and blend. I'll use a smaller blending brush this time. The 433. Same color, but because this is a dense brush, it's gonna apply it a little darker. And same color for my lower lash line. And then mascara. But before I even do that, let me wipe off this powder because then it's gonna look crazy. Yeah, I think that looks a little more cohesive there. It's like a super easy hack if you ever go overboard with your bronzer or anything. Just kind of clean up your, I mean, I'm sure you guys already know that. Just clean up under here and it'll even it out. And then the powderiness will go away once we put our setting spray. So then from here, what are we doing? Mascara. I was watching Amy Macedo here on YouTube, and I want to say she used this combination, but I do know that she used a black or a brown black mascara, and I really like the way her lashes look. And I don't know why I've never thought of getting more of a brown mascara, especially since I do like more of the natural looks. Sometimes a black mascara can just look a little bit too much on my eyes, especially when my makeup is more on the minimal side. So I picked these up. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous waterproof. I didn't mean to get the waterproof one, but it is what it is. That's what I got. And I got it in the black brown shade. And then this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, also in black brown. And I'm going to mix these two. Not mix, but I'm going to coat both of them on my lashes. And once I feel like I have enough, I'm out of focus, huh? Once I have quite a bit on there, I'll go in with this one. This one, it has a little bit more of that separation effect. And you can see my lashes aren't getting clumpy at all. So I'm gonna let this lash dry in the meantime, but you can see the difference there. It still looks really natural, but my lashes are nice and curled, and it's not too dark. And once I add a second coat, it's gonna make them a little bit more like full. I forgot to do my lower lashes, but for my lower lashes, I'm just gonna use the voluminous one because it's not as, the brush isn't as thick. The difference that mascara makes, not a huge difference, but it looks better than not having anything. So let's do the other eye. And I know I have some mascara on my eyelid, but I'm gonna clean it up once it dries up. And excuse me. For my blush, I used one from MAC Cosmetics. This is in the shade Copper Tone. And I use this 405 brush from Morphe. And I really go in because I find that it doesn't come up as pigmented as you would think. So I really run my brush in there and put that on the high points of my cheek. Now, I'm not putting any highlight for this because I want any of the glow that I get to come from the foundation after a few hours, and I want most of this shimmer to be focused on my eyes. I used one of my favorite lip liners, which is the MAC Cosmetics lip liner in Strip Down. Lipstick is my KKW lipstick in Nude 2. It's a little more on the lighter side. And I'm just tapping on the center of my lips. Then just a little bit of gloss. This is the Pat McGrath gloss in Faux Real. It's so pretty. It's like a pink, kind of a pink nude. This gloss is not sticky at all. It's not sticky, and it's super creamy and moisturizing on the lips. So that's the lip color that I did, and then I am going to put a little bit of my Urban Decay on liner setting spray to kind of finish off makeup. There you have it. That is how the makeup turned out. I think it came out really nice. The focus is more so on the eyes that are nice and shimmery and the nude glossy lip. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have all of the product names, makeup details, etc. down below in the description box, along with links in case you guys want to shop, because I know right now we can't really go in store to shop. So I'll have links for everything for you guys to shop online. And I think that's pretty much it for today's little transformation. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Los quiero mucho. And I'll see you all in my next video.